Good afternoon. It is afternoon on Sunday, June 24th when I'm making this recording. My name is Frank Ray. I'm a member of Citizen Action. I'm a member of the Finger Lakes Council of Move On, and also a member of NYSET and United University Professions. And I'm making this recording because of the impending Supreme Court decision on the Affordable Health Care Act, or Affordable Care Act. That decision, which could be as crucial and destructive as Dred Scott versus Sanford, could come out as early as tomorrow being Monday, June 25. It may not come out on Monday, it may come out on Tuesday, it may come out later. It may come out with a brief warning, or it may come out as quietly and deadly as the sting of a scorpion. We don't know. It could do for all Americans what Dred Scott versus Sanford did for African Americans in the 1850s, and that is to say, make it very hard for them not to be slaves. And I'm not melodramatizing here. I'm not into melodrama. The situation is very serious. Now, like all of you who are going to see this, I'm an American who wants to conserve the America that he has lived in all his life, or at least what's left of it. The kind of Neo-New Deal America that for a long time we just took for granted, but can't take for granted anymore. I am for conserving that. Therefore, I see myself as a conservative. I'm also a moderate, a liberal, middle of the road, or whatever. I'm on the side of good things, like you. Now, we can't do anything to stop this Supreme Court decision, but we can make our presence known. As I said, the decision will come out quietly, or I shouldn't say quietly, but it'll come out quickly. It'll be thrust upon us. Now, Citizen Action and Move On have scheduled, loosely as it were, scheduled a rally to answer the court decision, and that rally will be at 5 o'clock in the afternoon on the day the decision comes down, at 5 o'clock in front of the post office in Cortland, New York. 5 o'clock, Cortland, New York, post office. If the decision comes down on Monday, that rally will be held then. On Tuesday, it'll be held on Tuesday. We can't do any better than that because we don't know when the court is going to thrust its decision on us. What kind of news will we be getting? Well, the court will probably undermine some of the Affordable Care Act. It may just completely destroy the Affordable Care Act. We don't know. It is vaguely possible the court will just let the act stand. Maybe there will be enough wisdom left on the Supreme Court for that to happen. If the Supreme Court lets the decision stand, we can celebrate on the steps of the post office in Cortland, New York at 5 o'clock. If the Supreme Court wounds it or kills it, then we can reply, and we must reply. We have been too casual, too apathetic, too long. We have to begin the campaign of 2012, and we can't begin it any better than to answer the Supreme Court on the Affordable Care Act. we have to kick off the $12 billion campaign. That campaign in which the radical right will have $9 billion to spend against our $3 billion, if we're lucky and have $3 billion. The campaign in which we'll have $12 billion up against us flesh and blood people, us informed conservatives, those of us who want to preserve America against radical and terrible change. The change that the radical right wants. So this rally is important for a number of reasons. It kicks off our side of the campaign of 2012. And it also provides a kind of countervailing opinion on the Affordable Care Act. I fear that at 5 o'clock on whatever day it is, in front of the post office, it will be we the people up against a very unwise and destructive Supreme Court. But maybe that's a good way to kick off the campaign of 2012. Now I've got some data here, and I could read it, but I suspect we'll have to save it for another time. Right now, in case, as some of you may very well have noticed, there is a brilliant commercial out. I've been seeing it on CNN, attacking the Affordable Care Act. It is filled with lies. It is filled with lies, just as this whole campaign will be filled with lies. And we must answer those lies as best we can with what we have. Now some of you are saying, well, it's very easy for you to sit in front of your computer and make these comments. You know, yes, right, I'm just an old man making comments, but I'm doing the best I can. I'll be there at 5 o'clock doing what I can. And right now I'm in front of a computer making a very, very amateur video, just doing what I can. May God save America. Please come to the rally. Have a good day.